Okay, let's try this again because Capture decided to just up and quit on me. Turned out to be a really great app. So, hello regulars, welcome to my day 3 of Vlog to VidCon. Today I want to talk about something that's been kind of bugging me because I went looking for these 2 books. It's part of a series called the Locator series. I've been trying to find these books. It's what the TV show Finder is based on. It was a spin-off of Bones. And I've been trying to find the books because I really want to read them, and I cannot find them anywhere. The library doesn't have them. I can't find them on Amazon for any kind of decent price. One of them was like $93. I'm not paying $93 for a book. I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. But I've been trying to find these books, and I keep going to used bookstores hoping that they'll have them there. And I figured since I was a newbie and I knew there was a couple used bookstores, I figured I'd check those out. One of them has gone out of business. The reason he's gone out of business is because he pretty much couldn't afford to keep the building, couldn't afford the rent, couldn't afford to pay the electric bill, and keep his home and everything else. He wasn't making enough money in the shop to pay everything off. And that sucks. And the reason he says this in a local newspaper article that they wrote about the closing is that everything's going digital and there's no young people interested in books. I personally don't think that's true. I'm not going digital. I know a lot of people who still prefer books to electronic devices with books on them. I will never go fully digital because my big concern is that digital devices have way more capability to break, damage files, or lose files. And it's hard to lose a physical copy of a book. I mean, yes, you can physically, lose it because it can be there and then gone, but it's still over there. If I did that with a Nook, I'd be done. It would not work anymore. It would just not, function as a readable device. But I can still go pick up that copy of that book and read it, no problem. So, I'll stick with books. Thank you very much. So, what annoys me is this isn't the first time this has happened. There have been a couple other bookstores that have closed for the exact same reason. They're not getting enough money to keep themselves open. There was a really good used bookstore in Leland. I'd probably have those books by now. Because these guys would actually special order books that they could find. If they could find them used, they get them used. They could special order them. You could bring them in, and whole big deal. I loved that bookstore. It was a great bookstore. It is gone, and they shut down because again they couldn't afford the rent. So that's just something that really annoyed me because I'd have copies of those books at this point, and now I can't. And it's become an issue. And when you can't find them on Amazon, that's a problem. You know what I mean? So I don't know where I'm going with this really. It annoys me that there's this perception that bookstores are going the way of the dodo, because books are not going anywhere. Because in the article it said that this guy thinks that in the next 15 years books are going to be non-existent. So everything's going to be digital. Here's why I don't think that's going to happen. When we started off with radio, they said it was going to be the death of theater. There's still theater. Then then movies came out. And everybody said, oh, that's the death of radio. We got, movies. Guess what, folks? We still got movies. We still got radio. Then TV came along. Oh, it's the death of movies. We got TV. We can watch movies in our own home. We don't have to go to the theater. Movies are still kicking around, folks. So for somebody to say that because there's a digital copy of a book, that, the physical copies are no longer going to be existent, can't talk. The fact that people think that because digital is taking over, that there's not going to be more physical copies of books, that to me seems very myopic. And I'd like to know what you guys think. Do you think that books are physically going to stop existing outside of a digital realm? I really hope that doesn't happen. If it does, I'm going to start printing out books, so I still have my own physical copy, because I can't do pure digital. I can't have a file that only exists digitally because I'm too scared I'm going to lose it, or it's going to be corrupt and I'm going to have to buy it again or whatever. So, anyway, that's what I'm thinking about. I'm going to leave this now because it's been running quite a while. As always, I hope you're all well, and I will see you tomorrow.